Welcome back to T-Fat Get Choose the Fat. I'm Jason.
This is Alex.
This is Dennis.
This is Chase.
No Dooley today. He got a new job. He sucks.
And he's still not here.
I know,
Go
right?
fucking figure.
Is he back in the state?
Yeah, he is back in the state. Lift your,
Okay,
lift your microphone up a little bit so you talk into it. There you go.
I haven't heard anything from him, so I didn't know.
I mean, he posted... I mean, all I got was a text message that he wouldn't be here
I
Monday.
figured I'd see him on Xbox.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, good chance on that one.
Dennis, how the fuck was your week?
It was an interesting week last week.
No one cares.
I know. That's why you ask every week. So, there's one, how should I say it? Over at the restaurant at Quakes and everything, we had a person that came in that we're not sure if he was mental or if he was high on something, but all we know is he came in with no shirt on and walked straight over to the hot sauces, opened up one of the hot sauce bottles and everything, and just started chugging it, screaming how he's dehydrated.
What?
And then about 2 seconds later started screaming because, well, he just chugged the entire bottle of hot sauce. He had the gold Z too. That's one of the hottest ones they got there.
You were just being a patron.
I was just sitting there watching.
Okay.
I feel like they've watched that video on the internet of the lady and she, like her car like broke down and she was hungry and the only thing she had was hot sauce packets in her glove box, so she drank that. I feel like that's where he was like thinking, like,
Dude.
oh, I've seen this before. This will work.
We can do it in the
No, it's
military.
not.
Save them damn Tabasco bottles from MREs, man.
The little ones?
The little small glass jars.
Used to, like, then you, like, when someone falls asleep in their Humvee, you just take, like, all the ones you saved and you dump them into the heater of the MRE and then throw that shit inside the truck and close the door while they're sleeping.
Pepper bomb.
Dude,
Pepper bomb.
that's fucked up.
Yeah. The Hot Lips, like, one of the guys that I worked with, his biggest thing was Hot Lips. When you were sleeping with your mouth open, you would just take, like, 3 of those bottles and just start, like, fucking shaking them in your mouth. You were never safe. Like,
It was not too busy at the wood shop and everything. Main thing, the prices keep going up and up and up and up and up. Fucking ribeyes, Jesus Christ! Like they went up another $2-3 per pound. Like I don't get it.
see, man, we're
It's
getting it.
Trying to get it so people don't buy it.
Well, at the same time though, it's like normally this time of year, it's like beef prices start going back down because it's getting ready to be fall winter.
Keyword normally.
Normally, true. But at the same time, like with the way feed costs and everything are right now, it's fucking crazy. Like, but
I'm just showing you like the price per pound that we're paying right now.
that's not bad.
I mean,
That's not bad at all. No,
I mean, granted,
ours are.
we're not buying like the
the-
top grade because we're grinding it,
Yeah,
but
yeah, because shit, Prime's $20 a pound ribeye cost.
damn.
Yeah, but then another night I was hanging out up at the bar.
Yeah, we're buying no roll.
Yeah,
so
I know. Yeah, that's smart to buy no roll because you get choice. You get Prime sometimes in no rolls because they're not paying for it to be graded. That's the only difference. We had this couple that was playing pool and everything. Everything was fine and everything. And then I guess the boyfriend got into an argument with his girlfriend and everything. And then next thing you know, you see him take her car keys, throw them out in the parking lot, and then he walked down to the Pizza Hut and kicked the door. Right, we broke the glass on the door. And just like looked at it and then ran. We're like, what the? Did he order a pizza and they fuck it up or something? They're like, no, he didn't order any pizza from us. Wait, what the fuck, dude? Like,
See, man, that's why I don't go to the ocean front.
it's drama
I
like
don't go to a lot of places.
it's drama like a motherfucker here lately. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, but granted, it was a full moon yesterday, so
Yep.
It's hot outside.
it's hot, it's full moon, and then it's muggy as shit. 'cause
Man,
it's damn
period
rain.
time. Full
There's-
moon.
There's no shade down there any fucking
No,
way.
there is
Let the
not.
alphas go. Release the alphas.
Okay. So other than that, the only other real thing was Thursday. I got my first of the 2 shots. That was fun. But
So I got.
I got,
Well, the problem is like we know what Chase's week was
Yeah,
like.
he was-
we had a roller coaster week. We had
As
some
always.
We had some ups and downs. It's like you're either getting your ass kicked or you're not. Like,
Oh, definitely on the knot.
we
How
had-
was Thursday? Because I was about like 6:30. I was like, shit, I think I was supposed to work today.
Oh no, it didn't. We didn't. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Well, we're gonna dance around this subject a little bit just because I want to bring it up. But we're not gonna use the names.
Okay,
How about that?
sure.
So, the place.
Don't get creative. Just the place.
All right. So the place
Just
that
the place.
the place that we were at on Thursday. We frequent there
Yeah.
like pretty regularly, I would say,
Yeah.
and so do a lot of other food trucks. We woke up Thursday morning to some invoices that this place had sent out to like 25 food trucks. Invoices.
For apparently the past like year and a half, they just sent them all out.
So, like, 25 food trucks just got invoices for parking there.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was our reaction.
Like, wait, no. Wait. So now you're going to charge us to park there whenever you want us there, so we can sell food, so that way you can sell more beer.
Yeah.
They don't even tell you that they're going to charge you.
Well, hence the.
Yeah.
What?
So we won't be going back there.
We stood our ground. You know, we're not paying said invoices because
Yeah.
we were not told about this, and we made the deal on that Thursday that we will stay here for today.
Yeah.
Because we were scheduled that day.
Yeah.
We're not going to leave you.
Yeah.
We're not dicks.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to leave you without a food truck,
But
but we are not going to pay you for today either.
Yeah.
And you can go ahead and take us off your schedule
Yeah.
for the remainder. So there's an uproar in the community of food trucks about the situation. So
Yeah.
we'll see. It might fix itself. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
we just move on like it never fucking happened, which
Yeah.
I'm willing to do. Like, I'm just not going to pay you to park here.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
it's-
especially how hard parking is there sometimes.
okay, man. There are places you pay to park, and like with like a percentage of sales, which usually goes toward like some sort of charity
Yeah.
or charitable.
Contribution.
So we park at some schools, and like there's like a 10% that goes to the PTA,
Yeah.
SA, whatever. They changed it on me.
Parent teacher.
Yeah.
Student
association.
Yeah. So okay.
Yeah.
Like we know that going in there, and like
Then we're good then, yeah.
Yeah.
You know up front, that's fine.
Like, I'm not giving you 10% to put in your pocket, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
if it goes towards something,
Yeah.
which we have no guarantee that that's going toward wherever it's going anyway.
Neighbor.
But it's,
True.
hey, you gave us a good story.
Neighbor.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, even if they were upfront about it, we probably would have been okay with it.
I don't think so. I think we might have given it a shot, but I don't think we would have stayed.
Yeah. For the long run, it probably wouldn't have worked out.
Think
but-
about our first 3 times there, and tell me if after 3 times we would have paid
Okay,
to park
man.
there.
True.
Like even let's
Not even that.
How
Almost,
about
almost every time there's some kind of condition that happens.
I can't really consider that because they didn't start coming out until after that.
But that's what he's saying is if we knew about it when we first started, would we have paid it? And even if we had,
I'm like Alex, you had to plan like, okay, if I make X amount of dollars, then yes.
Yeah.
Like there should be like a point where like
oh, you're saying my
what you
resolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Like,
I'm paying you a minimum, it's for insurance. Like if you want to charge me 25 or 50 or whatever you want to try and charge to park, that could depend on days or if it's an
Yeah.
event or whatever. But like, let's say you pick a number, then I want insurance. I'll pay you if I make more than
Such
X
amount.
amount.
Yeah.
Like I have to make a minimum to cover my costs of this. If I come out here and do less than that, then you're going to cover it. If I do more, then I give you that money.
Yeah.
Like I need to. If you want me out here for 8 hours, I got to make $1,000. I don't. I'm not judging for other trucks. Just saying like,
Yeah.
there's a number.
okay. We also left out the part that we feed their staff for free,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and
the
they're
amount that we
charging us
fed
to
'em.
park there.
That's even more fucked up.
Now I don't know if we
Bill-
do.
bill to
we do.
bill.
I don't know if all trucks.
I don't know if all
That's-
trucks do.
Bill to bill, ours is definitely a lot more than that 300 compared to theirs. Like
I
bill
just-
to bill.
I just think like there has to be like a give and take there. Like I'm not just gonna pay you, feed your staff, and then because that cuts into our bottom line.
And then get hit with an invoice and just think everything's going to be okay.
I don't know. That was Thursday. What was? Then we went out
in the rain.
In the
thunderstorming rain.
The so-called thunderstorming rain that never happened.
I mean, it happened. We put the tent up. It happened. It just.
So we went out and purchased a tent for the truck.
Yeah.
So that we could put it in front of the truck, so when people are ordering, they're covered.
Yeah.
We were out in Riverwalk in Chesapeake, and
it was supposed to be a concert night, which I was really
looking forward to.
Yeah.
Because every time there's supposed to be a concert that we were scheduled there, it's supposed to thunderstorm and rain, and they cancel the concert. I think this is the second time that's happened.
The last 2 times we've been there,
Yeah.
it's been shitty weather.
Which is kind of okay. And the only reason I say that is because it's a drive-up thing.
Yeah.
So like people can kind of come up, order, and sit in their car for a minute. Like they're not standing in the rain waiting for their food or anything.
We were just trying to make it a better experience with the umbrella. Sorry,
the tent.
Making it easier for people to order.
But I mean that went fairly well.
Yeah.
And then what did we do Saturday?
I can't remember. We were at Vibrant
Vibrant, that's right. Down at the ocean front.
during ECSE.
Yep.
Another weather downfall.
Yeah, like
The whole weekend, I think people were just scared of weather.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily horrible weather the whole weekend. People were just afraid that it was going to be because they kept calling for thunderstorms. And then every 20 minutes, it was like, we'll just push it back an hour. We'll push it back another hour. We'll push it back another hour. Like, it might come tomorrow.
Yeah. I was like, what was it?
sorry, the ice delivery came in. It was melting.
It's like, was it Saturday? I was saying because it's supposed to rain all day long on Saturday, and then like when everybody waked up, sunny skies.
Yep.
Hey, all right, cool.
Last time I looked
Yeah.
yesterday, it wasn't supposed to rain at all. Oh, okay. So that's actually still true. I was like, I just want to see if it says it's supposed to rain this week or not. Not till Wednesday. Like next.
I really believe like our weather was jacked up because that hurricane was off the coast.
I was just about to say that shit.
And they didn't know what we
Like,
were going to get from it.
Yep.
So
The tail end
Henry?
of the...
Yeah.
Henry.
Did y'all get hit
With
at
the
all
I.
yesterday?
Henry with the I, not a Y.
Because I know, like over in this
Henri.
area, it was like I couldn't see the damn road yesterday. It started raining. I think by like 3:30, 4 o'clock.
it did, where we didn't see that much rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a steady.
It was like a light drizzle.
We were looking at
to
where
a
you were at going,
Yeah.
like,
I'll
to
start
the
lightning
right,
in there.
blue skies. To the left,
Black.
We watched that, I guess, storm system.
Yeah.
Literally engulf
We were like
us.
on the line of that.
Yeah.
Like
We seen blue skies in the corner, off to the in the distance behind the rain band, and the next thing you know, those clouds just turned black too, and they just started rolling through. We're like, we got like 10% that way of blue skies. 20 minutes later, it's just all dark and gray. We're like, this is gonna be fun.
It was
good times on a food truck.
It was priceless at farmers market. It's like as soon as like the first onslaught of the downpour started and everything, it's like I looked around like, where'd everybody go?
Right?
Like,
Okay,
just
here's
like
pretty-
cleared out.
Here's my question. Like,
fuck
okay,
this,
so
I'm
the
getting off
butcher
the
shop
road.
obviously has walls.
Yes.
There's a lot of places out there that don't have walls.
Yeah.
It's like a covered area.
Yeah.
Like,
Most of those places
So-
close up whenever it gets to be too bad of a storm.
like if it's like looking bad, they just start like.
There's certain ones like whenever they say there's one stand out there in particular if they even have an inkling of rain, they just automatically shut down for the day. They don't even come out, and I'm like,
What?
but so like I get that's why like for like all the produce stands and everything like right around Christmas time they close up. They don't open back up till like at least the end of March towards April and everything because for one there's really no local produce besides collard greens, potatoes, turnips. But
Oh shit! Get the top right there. I forgot to put them up there in the door.
but it's so they're shut down and I get it because it's cold as shit outside and everything. But
Are they okay?
I feel okay. I just don't want you to see the color. I don't know if you know, there's only 3. And if you see the color, you might know the style.
I didn't examine them that well.
And
So, what we're about to get into here is our friend Ace.
hey, Chase, sensuous.
Our friend Ace, he stopped by earlier today. He's like, I got some gifts. And I was like, crap, man, no one's here yet. Like, no. I have that. Because I just got done working on the car.
Yeah.
And, like, no one was over yet. But he's like, I'm 30 seconds away. I'm coming anyway. He's like, I'll just leave them on your porch. And I was like, I'm literally standing in my garage if you're 30 seconds away. Like, I need to take a shower. Which we'll get into the whole experience. And Chase, I do appreciate you coming over to
Always, brother.
suffer on that.
I know the deal with cars, man. It's always nice to have either a second hand or a second pair of eyes.
You have a one for the way down?
She already got
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yep.
I'm tracking.
Yep.
Okay. So, we got us a little, I threw it in the freezer when Ace brought it over so we could have it for today, so.
It feels decent.
Yeah.
It feels decent. Even the cup, you know. Smells good.
It's a... So I can't obviously guess the brewery because I know...
We all know the brewery.
Okay.
I'm looking at the box. I'm looking at the box right now.
My bad.
Yep. Well, breweries. It's Three Notch'd Brewing.
Yeah, so...
Just to come to town.
These are some limited editions. Ace was up there, and I did email the owner about coming on the podcast, and he's down. So
Don't give the style away.
I really like that.
I can smell. I know. Oh, I'm following you now. Yeah. Okay.
Jason Dennis.
I'm just gonna bow out.
Jason Dennis.
and
Well, I mean, you
just-
can guess.
I don't know.
ABV, IBU. You know, you can give it a rating. Why don't you start with a rating? We'll come back to you at the end.
It's clean. That's a good hot weather beer right
Yeah,
there.
it is.
I give it a 4 for hot weather. I'm leaning 4.5, but I'll give it a 4. Solid 4.
Passion fruit goes.
It's got a little sour in it, right?
Passion fruit goes.
I can definitely get the sour.
You get a little sour in the back.
Yeah.
Not on the first sip. Like you gotta
5.8,
5.8.
20 is that, and then I'll give it a 4.
I think it's probably in the 4s. I'm gonna. What'd you say?
5.8.
I was thinking like a 4.8. Like I think it's. I hope it's low because that's a good poolside sipper. Producer, you gonna try that one?
Really can't hit the fruit on the head, but I'm gonna
There's
go
some sour
like,
rolling in there.
a passion fruit guava. I don't know, like mixture of
I don't know
different
if it's
fruits.
sweet enough to be guava.
Guava's very bitter.
I don't know. I don't drink guava since I threw it up.
I don't drink. I eat guava candies,
Okay.
like from the Asian market, the little green pack shit. Yeah, but
Not the ones that smell like cat piss, right?
I think those are actually the ones
That
yeah.
smell like cat.
Yeah, but they taste amazing.
Yeah, they taste good, but like
Yeah. They
you're
come in like the little lifesaver fucking little package, but like as a big bag.
Well, like I was looking at like the individually wrapped
Yeah, but it comes as a
in
big
a bag. In
yeah.
a bag, yeah.
Yeah, definitely the same ones. Some Tingalan chick back in
Fuck out of there.
high school got me into those shits. But yeah, I'm gonna go with like passion fruit guava if that's a fucking thing, or like a guava passion. I don't know. Goes 15 IBUs. I'm gonna give it a 4.5, and ABV I'll give it a 5.
I'm gonna go apricot.
Ah,
That's a good call.
I'm not solid on that, but I'm going apricot. I'm gonna give it a 5.2 ABV.
Like a loose stool, not solid.
Sure. 5.2 ABV. I'm gonna give it a 0 IBU, and I mean, I give that
no pun intended.
I give it a 4. So obviously,
it's 3 notch.
it's 3 notch.
I got it. I got that one.
Well, we were all wrong on flavor. It's actually watermelon.
What?
Nothing says summer like a big slice of watermelon enjoyed outside on a hot sunny day. So you got the sunny day part, right? So we put that feeling into a can. This German sour ale becomes a new American quencher with the addition of watermelon puree. The tart, salty sourness from kettle souring with Lactobacillus gives the beer a dry, crisp quality that is a perfect complement to the watermelon added after fermentation. Summer never tasted so good.
Hold
It's-
on. Dennis pulled the dually and he clicked on Untapped when Three Notch'd was the one above it.
Well, that's okay because I actually don't need it. They put the IBUs on the can.
Oh, nice.
It's 5.1% and 8 IBUs, so they need to update that shit because
Well,
it's wrong.
That was on Untapped. You
Well,
can go to
Untapped
Three
can still
Notch'd.
update their
Straight
shit.
dualied the fuck out of that one.
I know,
Dennis.
right? He is sitting in the chair.
It happens.
Damn it,
Dooley.
Dooley.
It says 0
Oh.
on IBUs there too, and 5. Yeah, see, there's 0 on the fucking website.
Damn, off by a 0.1.
Does that shit say powered by a fucking Untapped?
Well, now I'm curious. Like,
0 IBU.
it says it's seasonal. Was that last season? Like, did they
It
forget
is
to
possible.
update it?
Can I get
did they
a
forget to
little-
update it?
And him too.
just a taste. I'm trying to. Now I want to hunt down the watermelon.
Yeah. I'm tripped over that. Yeah.
I'm not. It's different when you know what it's supposed
I
to be.
can smell the watermelon.
I just burped and tasted watermelon. But now that I know what
If I tell you it
what you're
tastes like
looking for?
feet, is that all you're
now
gonna
that you know
taste?
what you're looking for?
you live that life with kangaroo.
Yeah, that's definitely watermelon smell. You don't get the taste for real,
Okay. No, it's like a sour Jolly Rancher. Like a watermelon Jolly Rancher sour flavor is what I'm getting now that I know that it's watermelon.
It also helps as a bigger gulp.
Well, yeah.
You definitely get more watermelon flavor as like a shot gulp.
I
versus
want to
like
know
a
where the
sip.
sour's coming from. I don't.
Lactobacillus.
What?
That's what it said on the back of the can.
Oh.
The tart, salty sourness from kettle souring with lactobacillus.
Yeah, for a watermelon beer, that's
does
pretty
it
good.
have the hose?
I don't know if it has the hose.
It needs the hose.
We all need hose.
Boats
Yeah.
and hose.
In different area codes, preferably.
It'll work.
Can't have your hose meeting each other.
That was a good one. So we're gonna. Well, let's talk about the car, Shay. Since we dabbled in it a little bit.
Went
so-
smoother than I thought.
Well,
I mean, I didn't see the video that you were watching, but
so we YouTube some shit.
America's
Always a good way to
best
start.
education
Yep.
system.
hey,
And I'll be honest with you, probably better than the education system.
Well, it's got pictures.
I came
Moving
I
pictures.
came by and I figured some things out that the shit didn't tell us. Like all right, there's 6 bolts. Those 6 bolts, there's 3 of them that are different from the other 3. And we figured that out the hard way. And I looked and I was like, yo, these heads have 2 ... and these other ones are blank. And we had to swap fucking bolts out.
Because I was like, this
random
one's
little
not
shit like that.
catching shit. I was like, is one longer than the other? Like
Sure enough, by a thread.
like one fucking
One thread.
and it might be like a 1/4 millimeter thicker than the other one.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
You definitely
You
like
look
came out
at-
with like a little bit of a thread on the screw.
Like if you were looking at these 2 fucking bolts, like they look exactly the fucking same until you look at the fucking head and it's like, oh, these are obviously different.
There's a marking.
I don't know how, but they are.
Yeah, like looking at them, like because we just threw them in a bag because they all look the same. It was a Ziploc bag.
Did
and
they
we just-
did they come from the same area? Like,
Pretty much.
Yeah. Well, we were only working on the steering column.
The three that were blank came from like the
The
dash,
plastic.
the plastic dash that like clips into everything, and those screws just hold it into place. So like if the clips break, it still is stable.
so the 3 with the dots, where did they come from?
They were
Inside,
like as soon as
behind
you,
the
as-
steering
see,
wheel.
separate bag. Separate bag.
But that would make sense. And like when we worked on the Blue Mini,
That's what we
everything
did.
went into a different
Separate
bag,
bag.
and we labeled where
Yeah.
it
Yep.
came from. Like,
Yeah.
Inside dash. Dash. Above dash.
yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, when I got when I
But they
got
look
there,
exactly the same.
Nope, different bag.
When we got there, it was when I got there, it was already like he's got the dash pulled apart. He's fucking damn near steering wheels off. Airbag's already out, and I was like,
Oh, the steering wheel was not off.
I said, damn near.
Well, I was
It
in the process
It
of
would have been
putting
if the puller was correct.
right. Evidently,
Airbag's the fun part.
Let me. All right. I watched a couple videos on how to get the airbag out.
You're still here and you don't have a bloody nose, so I feel like you
airbag-
did all right.
The airbag did not deploy.
Yeah, so you're good. Fuck it.
Okay, so there's like a little hole in the bottom of this steering wheel.
Here's the more important question: you get the airbag back in?
Yeah, everything's back together.
And putting it back in is easy.
Yeah.
Melissa, did you watch that part? Are you sure?
She trusts me.
I watched
Oh,
them.
whether or not the airbag went back in correctly. She did ask.
Did you put my airbag back in? Yeah.
See, I'm not 100%.
Look, no airbag light is
Listen,
on, all right?
I am not 100% sure we put it
Is
back
it like-
together
that made it
correctly
sound like it's
because there
on.
was no leftover screws.
No
So,
airbag light is on.
If I had like one leftover screw, I'm like, you know what? This is put back perfectly.
It's like IKEA. There's always one extra piece, right?
So, in this airbag debacle, we're gonna call it.
Debacle.
Like, so they made it easy for the assembly line to put airbags in. Like, it's you plug two things in and you shove that bitch in spot and it clicks in place. Boom, it's good. Technically, it's three because the horn has to click in too. So, and then you just line it up and push, and it clicks in place, and boom, you got
Done.
an airbag.
That's one reason why I like working on cars, because you can literally see how like the engineers put these together for assembly line production.
Yeah.
And
It
it's
is
just
not
like,
made
yo,
for
like,
working on.
Yeah,
It's made to build a car.
Exactly, and that's why all the dealerships prefer you and recommend you to come back to the dealership for you to get it worked on.
I'm a big fan of like, look, man, something broke on my car. I might as well just throw this one away and get another one because I don't want to deal with that one hidden screw
No. And
that I have to remove 10 fucking parts.
speaking of the hidden screw, and I know you said like you watched two different videos, and one of them they did it, but remember how like when the little the clock fucking ribbon,
Clock spring.
yeah, the clock spring, and I was like, yo, there's 3 bolts underneath this. We can just pull those out, and the whole fucking assembly's gonna come out, rather than taking these 2 out
The
and
two-
then the other 3.
So it's like back to our three bolts
Yeah.
that have ... on them. Took those 3 out, and we did not need to pull out the Torx bits
Yep.
to take just one spring off.
So a friendly reminder to all the people with Ford Escapes out there: if you are doing a steering wheel column or ignition switch, whatever, tumblers, whatever, you don't have to pull those 2 T20 Torx heads off. You just need a 5.5 hex head.
For all of our listeners that drive
Socket.
like
Sorry.
the other person that listens to us besides the producer who
You never know. There might be one out there
and
one day. Like, fuck, yo, they know how to do a steering. Like, okay, like this is the video I needed.
But it's not a video.
in that
Shut up.
in that
You know what I meant.
it took us longer probably to drive to the store to get the steering wheel puller and come back than it did for us to
Actually
tackle-
pull the steering wheel?
Yeah.
Well, definitely not to pull the steering wheel, but to pretty much get everything off and then start reassembling. It was pretty simple, outside of the fact like the obviously
More simple than I thought.
We're replacing a broken part, and they're telling you, oh, you got to line your key this way, but her key just flips back and forth. There's no clicky. Like that's what the problem was. It's like not like click. Oh, you're an accessory. Oh, now I gotta turn it and let's start the car. Her shit just rolled all the way over and just sat there. Like it just kind of fell over. So we're trying to line that up. Like, where is accessory? There's no click
Yep.
anymore. That's what we're replacing. So Chase is like, well, if the key is lined up with the hole, it looks right. And so like, fuck it, we're going that way.
That's what the video showed.
like-
There's only
like-
2 slots on the like actual key
It's
like
either-
tumbler that goes in, and the way he had the key, it was lined up with the hole where you put the pick at. It was like, well,
Well, we're going that way.
Like that's where we're at. So
Yeah,
all right,
this should work.
One of
And
two things is going to happen.
it in,
We're going to get
lift
this
and
in,
pull.
and it won't turn.
lift and pull. No, we're trying to take it out so we can put the new tumbler in the new part.
because you want to keep your same key.
Did you
Yeah.
see that? Did you
Oh,
see
yeah.
that shit? They got flying out of there like
Yeah.
that bomb.
Seen that a
And
couple
then-
times. Yeah.
Yeah.
They right in the beer, like what the fuck?
You're gonna go home and like brush your beard, and there's gonna be like 3 flies in there.
Don't say that.
But yeah, so once we got that part done, it's like, all right, let's go put this back in the car. But we skipped the whole. You got to cut a bolt out.
Oh yeah. With a Dremel, preferably.
So they make it. I'm assuming it's a security feature. That's the only reason why I could imagine that this bolt shears off when you put it in the car. I mean,
Well,
I got nothing else.
The bolt itself doesn't shear off.
The top,
It's a breakaway bolt, but like the bolt that holds the mechanism together doesn't like shear to like you know.
Is it for sheer like you don't need a torque wrench?
I think it's pretty much so that nobody like again engineering production line for assembly purposes. Majority of the people that get these cars are not going to be changing that shit out. They
Right.
don't have the mindset that
They're
people
gonna-
we need to work on that. This is broken. We're gonna get the part and we're gonna fix it. Majority of people will just take it to the shop and let it sit there until they get it back. And I think that's what they wanted. It's one of those bolts like, oh shit, like what do I do now? And they kind of bet on the purpose that people don't think about like, oh, let me look this up. Let me do a little research on these kind of bolts, or may have never even stepped foot to a breakaway bolt before.
Here's my theory.
I'm pretty sure anyone willing to go far enough to work on their car, even if they just look up videos like you all did, would be willing enough to cut that bolt to get it out.
That's
Anyone like
I get
me
that.
would not make it to the bolt to find out.
my point.
Because I wouldn't
exactly.
even. I would like. But
That's my point.
but that can't be. You can't say that's a deterrent because I would not have taken the steering wheel off to find out that that is a deterrent.
Well, you can
it's not
see
a-
you can see it before you take the steering wheel.
I still wouldn't. I like again.
I'm not more or less saying it's a deterrent. I'm just saying it's a safety function that they put into place just in case someone wanted to fuck with it and really didn't know what they were doing.
I'm just going
Yes,
with.
it's a deterrent in a sense, but it's more or less just knowledgeable shit.
I
Like,
think-
if you know that you can cut that bolt out and pull it out, you can do it.
What I believe is that this is back to the assembly line, and this is a bolt that probably should be torqued in place since it's holding your fucking steering, your whole ignition
Yeah.
mechanism together.
It's literally the last brace to your column.
Okay, so maybe in the genius mind of the assembly line, which we all know Ford invented, that
The
is
Moco.
one. That is one less. Like if they use this bolt, that is one less torque wrench they need on the fucking line. So we just turn this bitch down until the head snaps off, and boom, you're good. Slap fucking the turn signals on this bitch and send it down the line to the next guy who's gonna put in the clock spring in the steering wheel. Like I don't know, like.
Let me go one step further. Not the deterrent, but going back with your assembly line thing. Maybe it's because people in the industry don't know how to use a torque wrench correctly. So they need a breakaway bolt to know when they hit that torque spec.
Okay, so that's what I'm going with. But like assembly line workers not always probably. Did she just open the door? That smells delicious.
That smells something.
Huh?
She did go inside.
Right. So yeah, she's making beans and rice. So
Yeah,
it's gonna be delicious.
maybe
later.
it comes down to them knowing that there's certain things that we can get around without like training people on torque specs.
That's where I was at with the whole. Evidently, it's a 5.5 millimeter fucking bolt, but you got two different ones.
Right.
Like so, that like when the line goes down, like they have different 5.5
Sections.
millimeter fucking
They have,
bolts
different,
than the
they have different
people
sections.
who have.
Like
I don't know. We're getting too deep into
Yeah.
it. Anyway,
We can talk about
we
that
took
later.
it apart, put it back together. Car fucking started. That's a fucking win.
and
Airbag sensor didn't
being
go
able
on.
to feel that solid ass click for the accessory to
yeah.
run to ignition. Like it was smooth as butter. It was a great feeling turning that shit over.
Was the new part the same as the old part?
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
So it's plastic?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just curious.
No. Yeah. There's still.
Because the initial reason this needed to be replaced was
There's
because
still-
like the plastic was not.
There's still a metal mechanism going into a plastic piece. Yes.
Yes.
But
Momoko, get your shit right.
from what I'm understanding, it's not about that connection where the metal piece, which is like a weird shape, fucking. There's like a D shape on one side,
The detent.
and on the other side there's like a fucking T bar, whatever. Anyway, the gearing in the middle, and from the factory, like I mean, it's an 08. Like that shit breaks down over time, and that's where the issue was. And I kept replacing the ignition switch. But yeah, so it's on the right side, not the left side, which is crazy that the ignition switch is all the way on the other fucking side. Like, why could, like, it's probably security reasons, whatever, I get it.
Maybe.
Because, like, on an old Ford, you used to be able to just drop the fucking steering column with 2 bolts, and you could start a car with a screwdriver on, because you can get to the ignition switch.
Or just split a wire.
Either way, short it.
Just walk around with a fucking 5/8 fucking wrench, and you can fucking, and a screwdriver, you can start an old Ford. It's like,
And
once it
Team Fat
started-
Kid does not support, condone,
once
or
it
endorse
started, I could put
stealing
the
old
steering
Fords.
column- I could put the steering column back up.
Particularly
and
old
drive
Fords.
And Honda Accords too.
I mean,
Look,
I'm
man,
just
I've only
gonna throw out that
I've
legal
only-
non-endorsement
Butter knife
theft.
coat hanger.
I mean, let's face it.
I
His wife
felt
has been
bad
driving
'cause-
around for a week as a screwdriver,
Yeah,
like with a
it's been
screwdriver.
more than
As
a week.
all right, well, how do you start your car? I got to push this button and then turn this screwdriver.
Dude, it's
Look,
like Mad Max, bro. It's just another anti-theft system.
I have to admit, at least she has to push the button. I have known people that like
Switches.
just left a pair of pliers. Like that was their ignition switch.
Yeah.
Like you just turn the pliers, and it was like the pliers were down, so you just like it was almost like the e-brake.
Yeah.
You know, like or a train. Like you want the train to start going, like pull the pliers down. All right.
Her shit, you still had to have the key.
I don't even know if his door's locked.
What's that little fucking
I really
that
don't.
little ring called? Like the encoder,
Oh, decoder.
the decoder ring. Like what's that we're calling it? It has a technical term. So you stick your key in there. There's like a ring that goes around the steering column that has like the little plug.
It's a fuck. He mentioned it.
Yeah.
Transmitter.
Transponder.
It's something with the ignition transmitter or transponder, something like that. But it
The
engages-
microchip in your key has to go
relate with that.
Line up with the or
like you
somehow
have to,
connect
She would still have to stick her key in the ignition
for it
for
to
the anti
to
like,
register.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like all right, the key is in the ignition. Then she would take
the
the
Screwdriver.
screwdriver to the ignition switch that was on the other side, and like
Oh.
so she had like none of the plastic around
Yeah.
her steering column for like 2 weeks.
well, while we're talking about mechanical
Hey
stuff,
man, she can get back and forth to work.
I got some small engine combustion story.
Oh shit.
So I mowed my lawn this morning,
Uh-oh.
which was fucking needed. Oh, this is gonna get interesting. Don't worry.
Did you find a car?
I heard combustion.
Oh yes, no yes. Well,
Found an
what
old refrigerator.
what makes a small engine on a lawnmower run? Combustion. Well, here's the fun part. So I had trouble getting it started.
Something blew up.
Oh. I had trouble getting it started. It's not the first time. Like 2 weeks ago, the last time I had the
Oh,
opportunity
yeah,
to mow the
yeah,
lawn, I
yeah.
couldn't get it started either. And I basically took the entire thing apart, put it
Bad
back
gas?
together, and it ran. Huh?
Bad gas.
No. I'm
Keep going.
I'm pretty sure I said this 2 weeks ago. I need a new spark plug. I'm not 100% about that, but today took it apart. Wouldn't start when I put it back together. I was like, all right, starter fluid, backup plan. So I hit starter fluid. It started just fine. I ran it, did my entire backyard. Everything was good. Took a break, got a drink, walked back out front, started the front yard. When I went to start it it started for about half a second, and it shot the spark plug into my deck.
Have you changed the oil in it recently?
Yeah. Because when I took it apart, I made sure it was full of
oil pressure will definitely make a spark plug shoot out.
It may have just been loose from when I put it back together. Maybe
Maybe.
it shook itself out, like maybe I didn't tighten it enough. Either way, it ran for about half a second. It was like, boom! That was about what it sounded like.
I'm pretty sure you peaked right there.
Yeah, that was about what it sounded like. And yeah, so obviously that was me. Calm down. Obviously, I had to get a towel. I actually ended up getting a glove because it was too
Hot?
fucking hot. But I put it back in, started up just fine. Just maybe the starter fluid still had some kick in it. So on that second start, it was like
Did you spray starter fluid in it for the second start?
no. You would think that if it was going to happen, it would have started on the first one, which is again
Well-
maybe it vibrated out a little bit on the backyard and
Okay,
then
like-
Where'd you
well,
put
so-
the starter fluid?
into the air
The intake.
intake.
Okay. Just
It's not like I took
I
out.
was
I
just
didn't take
making
the spark
sure.
plug off
I
and was
just
like,
making sure.
let me just spray it in the
they're
engine
putting that
there.
into the oil. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, no,
I've
no.
heard a lot of dumb shit with people.
No,
Man.
I did. I put it through the air
Here's,
intake.
right, so here's where I'm at. Like, okay, so let's say
The throttle body. Air intake to the
Yeah, the air intake. He's squirting it in the
suck
intake.
it through the throttle body. Yeah.
So I don't believe it would be technology. I
101.
I wouldn't. if it ran the whole time you were cutting your backyard, I don't believe you have a bad spark plug because it wouldn't run if you had a bad spark plug.
Well, the spark plug only gets it started, right?
No,
Until you get the
every time the
time?
piston moves, the spark plug shoots a spark. That's what ignites the fuel.
Right.
So it's not robotics. It's combustion. So
Sorry, I'm used to hydraulics. I'm glad you saw it. Like,
Yeah.
Wait, you mean it has to do it more than once? Like once it gets going, what are you talking about?
that's why your car has 8 of them.
The cycle.
Well, it has
It's a
8
cycle.
pistons. I didn't.
Up, down,
8
up,
spark
down.
plugs.
There's one spark plug.
All right, makes
So
sense.
every
Makes
time
sense. Makes sense.
Compression,
Every
fire.
every revolution of a piston needs a spark.
Well, I'm glad it only shot out one time. I'm
So like now I'm just trying to figure
glad
out,
I wasn't like going towards the road and it was like boom car.
Why
There
is
goes
it?
a windshield.
I'm more on the why won't it start without the starter fluid, and I'm with Chase.
Well,
like, you
again,
might
it
have
started
bad gas.
started the
Or
second
oil.
time
It was hot.
and the third time because I obviously
hot
had to shut it off
starts.
after that.
Cold starts and hot starts are very different.
Was it smoking?
No,
No smoke?
no smoke.
All right, so it's not an oil issue.
I mean, like, and again, after
Yeah,
I got
'cause
it
you'd have that
started,
white smoke.
Yeah.
after I blew the fucking spark plug out, like it ran fine again. It just maybe it was just loose. I don't know, but I thought it was odd and funny, and even through my headphones, I definitely heard it. You know, like
People
No.
fucking driving by probably thought it was a
oh no,
drive-by.
I definitely.
You're lucky it was aimed not at the street.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
probably would have
That's the
dented a
windshield
car.
right
Like
there.
that would have been a dent
Could
on
have
a
gone
car.
through somebody's
Like,
window.
Yeah, that's what he said. Like, oh, there goes a window. Like, oh, I would.
Just because you mentioned the
Did you throw a rock?
The
Nope.
headphones. That's one reason why I stopped using headphones or like even listening to music when I do yard work. Like I'm cool with like a JBL speaker and like the in the yard, but I'm not gonna put shit in my ears because I've ran over a chunk of metal cutting my yard at the house that I grew up on, and literally like chunk of metal was like that long, probably about maybe
So he's going like a foot by
2.5 to 3 inches
2.5.
wide, and I hit it, and it caught the blade, and it sent it back at me, and fucking hit my chest. It didn't like make me bleed or make like a laceration, but I got like, it was like a red spot and like little divots all around. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like I couldn't breathe for like 5 minutes. I was like, yo, fuck this. Like,
Oh, yeah, you
I'm
just
never
took a shot to the chest,
I'm
right?
never cutting the lawn again.
Why would wearing headphones have affected that?
Because I'm
You weren't paying
concent-
attention
one,
where you were right.
One, concentrated on the music rather than my lawnmower. 2, noise.
By the time you hit it, it's too late.
That is true.
That is true.
I can do that.
No, you ain't that fast, bro.
By the time you hit it, it's too late.
Fucking Chase Ninja Turtle fucking roll
But I'm
into
not.
the fucking-
Right.
I could at least let off of the gas or the throttle, whatever the little switch mechanism is. You know, the little
the
handle.
little handle.
I could have let that off and at least gotten one step to the side. It may have hit me somewhere else, something. Maybe it was supposed to happen the way it did. But I'm just saying, like,
Final
I could at least like cut the mower off rather than still pushing and then going fully over it
This is
and
freak
just letting
the
it sling
fuck-
out the side.
freaking the fuck out.
Or out the back. Like it could have slung out the side if I would just let it off, but I just kept mowing and it came out the back end towards me. And we didn't have the grass catcher on the back, so like it came right out the back at me.
I can tell you from personal
What?
experience, you must have some amazing fucking headphones if you didn't hear it, because I run over shit all the time, and let me tell you,
You
concrete and metal, there's fucking lightning rods in my yard
Yeah.
to prevent like surge if you get a strike on the house. And the
You
problem
should probably
is,
sharpen those lawnmower blades.
I have, trust me, but I did not know where it was. Like the guy installed it, and the inspector came out and was like, "There should be a second one in your yard, like 3 feet off the house. Do you know where it is?" And I was like, "No, but that would be good information
Well,
to
aren't
know."
you supposed to paint
It's
my
the
grass
ghetto,
to
bro.
tell me?
Apparently, but guess who ended up doing that? Because now every time I mow my lawn, I walk outside with a white spray paint can, and I'm like, I put a circle on the fucking lawn, like right there. That's don't mow there. And I just hope and pray that by the next time I mow the lawn, I can see the little white spike, because
Just
it's
a
not
tip.
that
Just a
hot.
tip.
I mean, like, it gets covered by grass very easily. I look like an idiot today. I was out there with my foot like a minesweeper, like one of those old guys on the beach, like metal detecting, like my
Yeah.
foot just like sweeping it through the grass, like it's around here somewhere. I was like waiting for my neighbor to come out and be like, "What the fuck is he doing? Like, is
all
he
good.
okay?"
We got this under control.
just like it's around here somewhere. There it is. All right.
just sweeping the yard with my foot since we're there.
Started a trend.
So I woke up on Thursday.
Some more feet pics, huh?
Feet pics. Woo!
At 4 in the morning.
Like, look at the timestamp on it. It is 4 a.m. exactly. My brother, because we
Good
talked
God.
about Chase's 4 a.m. foot pick.
What's a better time to get a foot pic?
That was with Ace. It was on
4
there.
a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do foot pics come at any other time?
This is my
Fair.
second one. I don't know.
No, we're both at 4 in the morning.
I'm saying this is so far we've got 100% 4 in the morning foot pic rate.
Yeah, foot pick rating at 4 a.m. Evidently, like, Chase sent one. My brother listens to the podcast, and then he was like, you know what? Boom, 4 a.m. on the fucking dot. Timestamp. Like, he waited. He was not at 3:59. He
gave it 10 seconds once
Yeah.
it hit 4. It was like, I'm sending.
yeah.
Here's the question: did he take the picture at 4 a.m. or do you think he
Oh,
took
no,
it ahead of time and then was like, all right, it's 4,
He
send it?
he set his alarm. He set his alarm for 4 a.m. Rolled over and was like send, and then rolled back over and went to sleep. Like he had that shit loaded, ready to go. He's like send, like.
I don't know, man. It looks like there's a light on in the house.
It
Yeah,
does.
yeah,
It
it's
does.
definitely-
It doesn't look like
It is-
afternoon. You know,
Yeah,
this
no,
is
that's-
nighttime.
No, that is sunshine.
Yeah,
you think
he
that's
took
sun
that
coming
during the
through.
day. But he did move his pinky toe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why like I geeked the fuck out. Like it wasn't just a foot pick. He actually did what me and Mel were talking about, and that's why I had to, confirm and send that through. But
Yeah, you wake up and
that,
like
that had
oh,
me
who-
dying, dude.
Like I wake up and like, who the fuck texts me? And like
out of all people, your brother came through.
with a foot pick at 4 a.m.
That shit's awesome.
Well done, Lauren. Well done.
I feel like I'm just gonna have to start finding random foot pics.
No.
Just strange shit. Maybe not even a human foot. Just look up like orc foot and send it
Orc
to him.
foot.
I will,
Fucking
I will
4 o'clock
block
in the
you
morning.
as quick as a motherfucker.
Hey, Chase, I need your
Try
number
being in a
before we
group
leave.
chat with this dude and Dooley.
Uh-huh.
All right,
I've been in one with Dooley.
3 o'clock
Not-
in the morning, and they are going off. Go to sleep.
That's my night off. I'm good.
Then have your own chat. Like after like 10 messages where he and I don't reply at all, guys, just go to your own chat.
Yeah,
Just go to your own chat.
find who's still responding
Like-
and create a new chat.
We are clearly trying to sleep.
Well, that's like when him and my neighbor and Melissa, like,
Oh
obviously,
yeah,
I'm-
you're stuck with that one.
like
Yeah,
all
you're
of a
fucked,
sudden,
yeah.
like I've got like 20 fucking text messages. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And it's
Kiwi.
Just, it's just them fucking going down the fucking line, like
Going kiwi apple.
kiwi apple.
Kiwi something.
It's good. I think it has more flavor than the last one. Got a little freedom coming through. A little quieter than usual.
Now I'm losing a lot of confidence on my kiwi here. The more I drink it, the less confident I am.
Yeah, I tried not to read the labels. Another limited edition from Three Notch'd. I don't know.
I'm just going goes. 5, 10. I give it a 3.5.
That's
Hey, I'm gonna say it's a kiwi goes. You know what? Kiwi strawberry, because there's something else in there. I'm gonna go kiwi strawberry goes. I'm gonna say 5.1 with 8 IBUs, since that's what the last one was. And
that's probably a good place to be.
I'm gonna
Alright.
say that's a 4.5.
I'm gonna piggyback that. I'm still trying to guess my fruit. I fucking don't know.
Kiwi orange sounds kind of weird, but I could see that. I'm going kiwi strawberry. It just sounds
Can
more
be blood
realistic.
orange, not the right color.
No, I'm gonna say apple.
Apple's a good guess.
That's where I'm going. Apple goes.
Is it a cider at that point?
That's a good question.
I really believe that's if it's apple added to a beer, then no. If apple's the main ingredient and you're
Then
making
yes.
apple cider,
That's probably a brewing process.
yeah.
It definitely feels more like a cider than anything.
I need more, but like I want to do it after I know what the flavor is, so then I can, like we did the last one. All right, Chase, you're up.
I'm gonna go with the apple guava cider.
Oh no, hold on, that burp was weird.
I'm feeling, I don't know, these last couple of beers I'm really getting a lot of guava feel. I don't know why, but
I'm getting some citrus.
this is definitely appley as fuck, but it's got a bitter back into it. I don't know. But
Shit.
I'm going to go with the apple guava cider. I'm going to give it a 4 for ABV. IBU, we're going 0. And I'll give it a 5. 4.5 for my likeness.
Oh, I
Dennis?
It's actually really crisp.
I already said.
I can drink
Go
that like it's apple
5%.
juice.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Hey, well, this is ironic. This is a passion fruit, goes.
Oh, wow.
There's the passion fruit.
And I called passion fruit last time.
It's 5.1%, 8 IBUs.
Yay, Allison, I got points.
Where's that applause? Oh, that's right. It's the laughter. There we go.
Nothing beats that sweet spot as winter gives way to summer. So we put that feeling in a can. They're really big on this whole summer feeling in a can thing.
I mean, I get it. It tastes delicious.
It's a goes. So,
This
you know.
German sour ale becomes a spring favorite. It's a summer, whatever. Anyway, we put the feeling of summer in a can, but it's a spring favorite with the addition of the bright flavors of passion fruit. Tartness from the kettle souring with lactobacillus again gives the beer the same crisp, dry, refreshing quality as a warm spring afternoon. Spring never tasted so good. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Continue.
Do you want to know more?
Nah, I'm just, I get where they're coming from here with the spring thing. Nothing beats that sweet spot as winter gives way to summer, so we put that feeling in a can. As opposed to the last one, which was summer in a can. Whatever. Passion fruit, none of us got that one. I feel like they're going to have to change their story, though. If the next one start with nothing beats that, I'm
Yeah.
disappointed, because that'll be 3 in a row where nothing beats that. Well, if nothing beat it, you wouldn't have 3 separate nothing beats it.
Right.
Okay, so let me.
Beat it! Beat it!
I'm still picking up citrus, and I don't believe passion fruit is a citrus fruit.
The citrus could just be the sour from the lactobacillus.
Means that.
I mean, like, again, like citrus, sour, like, I get where you're
Like,
coming from.
yeah,
I
yeah.
said kiwi orange at the end. Like,
Maybe-
I got
maybe-
the citrus.
maybe-
I'm with you
maybe-
there.
Maybe
but-
I'm like in this like whole like grapefruit era. It's sweet and sour. Maybe that's like where I'm sitting and like
Okay.
I'm feeling citrusy. I don't know. Sour, salty passion fruit is new to me. It's-
Is it sad that now I'm sitting here thinking about orange chicken? Like, what if you did it with grapefruit?
Ooh, grapefruit chicken.
You know how that would go.
That'd be weird.
Yeah.
You're a little too sour.
Oh, I
Add
know.
some honey, then you got your sweet and sour chicken.
Hey, man, look, I had some sweet and sour zucchini chips the other day. They were phenomenal.
You were talking about that.
Yeah, no. I thought it was a sweet and sour glaze on the duck. It was on the zucchini chips. Phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Do, 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 do. Hold on, I was looking. I had definitely saved one. Hold on.
Oh,
What?
I'm trying to think of the word that we used on the truck all the time.
Tangerine.
Nope.
That's the safe word.
I was about to say there.
Tangerine! Stop something now.
What's your safe word? Meatloaf.
Oh, here we go.
Don't do anything for love, but I won't do that.
I would do anything.
But I won't do that.
Damn it, this is a lot of reading, and I didn't expect it to be this much.
Miserable.
Flog a shotgun, that thing?
Miserable.
Yep. I have to bring that one back.
That's when we
It's miserable.
miserable on here. All right, so well, the title of this sounded great. So it was Marinade's Fact or Fiction. So I'm just gonna hand this over to Alex because that's a lot.
Well, stop
of,
reading then.
Well,
I feel like this is cheating. Oh, yeah. You were never going to get through that.
hey man,
shots
you
fired
gotta
on
know,
that one.
you gotta know your strong points and then surround yourself with people that are better at things that you are not good at. So.
Well, all right. This isn't going to be much of a game. This is just more of a. I was hoping it would be like a true or false like answer
that's-
section.
That's what I was hoping for.
All right. So
Like
no, it's,
marinating chicken, fact or fiction. Like that's what I was hoping for. I didn't read it prior to this because I was afraid that I would ruin it.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed because it says marinades, fact or fiction, and then it, like the article's not so magical elixirs. So we're already off to a great start here, marinades. All right. Marinades are great for adding layers of flavor to meat, but we've noticed a few big misconceptions that become common practice. They're not doing you or your meat any favors. The truth is, marinades don't make tough cuts more tender, and longer marinating times, typically 8 hours to overnight, are not ideal. While acids and enzymes in a marinade do tenderize meats by denaturing the proteins, they don't penetrate very deeply. This means they're only effective on the surface. This is why you penetrate your meat.
That's all you need.
It's a little stabby thing
Uh-huh.
called like the tenderizer, and you
Needle.
stab the shit out of
You
it. Needle your meat?
Yeah, you needle
Yep,
it. Yeah.
So this means they're only affecting the surface, and letting meat rest in a marinade for an extended length of time won't give the ingredients time to keep working. They'll just keep working on the surface, making that meat mushy while the interior remains firm or tough. Beyond that, prolonged
Chicken.
exposure to an acidic marinade can cause two problematic results. First, it will essentially
Apart.
cook the meat,
Yep.
like how ceviche is prepared. Second, it causes the meat to dry out. As the proteins are denatured, they become less soluble and unable to retain moisture. A good example is classic beef bourguignon. Cubes of tough beef are submerged in a red wine marinade for 12 to 24 hours. The alcohol has little effect on tenderizing, but the acid in the wine can cook the meat through, yielding beef that is confusingly both mushy and dried out after the long, slow braise. So how do you make marinades work for you? Focus on the flavor and surface area. Marinate thinner cuts like skirt steak. And don't make marinades do all the work. Enjoy mechanical tenderization tools like a meat mallet, jacquard, or meat cuber to help tenderize those tougher cuts. I'm really curious if that's
It's a
jacquard.
jacquard.
I don't know. Jaccard. Better yet, save time with sous vide. It's the ultimate mechanical tenderization tool, and you can cook the meat right in the marinade without resting.
Alright, so yeah, it's a needler.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I did not know that was called a jacquard.
I didn't
or a
either.
yackard. Or a yacard.
Well, I think it's a jacquard.
Well, I like yacard better because it rhymes with Picard.
Best
Jean
captain ever.
Picard.
Jean-Luc Picard.
The best Picard ever.
The best
The
captain
only.
ever.
Fuck it.
Sensuous.
Ah, fuck it. Yeah, since he was twice. I haven't had one yet.
I'm working on it.
Mine's
I'm
left
good.
side under the ice.
I'm smart. I just start grabbing two at a time now.
Alex,
I don't
left side under the ice tray.
They don't drink fast enough for that. They get warm. Not being able to chug a beer or shotgun a beer, you
Yeah.
know, is a problem. Oh, don't
Yeah,
get
it's
mad.
crisp, too.
It's not my fault you splash yourself.
Won't go there.
I mean, really though, who's ever tried to shotgun a beer and not like splash yourself on opening?
I really don't think I've ever shotgunned a beer.
I've tried.
I don't splash on opening.
I don't drink beer that fast.
There's a technique
Yeah, I know.
to do it.
Like popping the side of the can.
Yeah,
Oh, I always eat myself.
really.
I like the
Like I
I like
said,
the
there's a
videos
technique.
like where people are gonna
You gotta
shotgun a
create
beer and then
you
they
gotta
crack
create
it and
an
then they
air
blow
swirl
into
out,
it.
you
And like,
pop it, you twist it.
That's usually on White Claws, too.
There's a way.
I always laugh at it. It's always a White Claw.
I don't chug a lot of beer.
And then as you go for it, you pop the top. It sends the airflow down.
He can't
No,
chug beer
I'm-
because he can't burp.
Yeah, but I'm talking about when before you open the top. That part is not a problem. It's the
Yeah.
putting the key in. I always manage to splash myself. It's just like when I open beer here.
All right,
Fucking.
I use a knife, but
Okay. Either way.
you fancy.
no, I just always have a knife, and I'd rather use a knife than a key because it's sharper and I can put a hole in something. But I would just twist.
I always
No,
thought it
no,
was
no,
an ink
You get,
thing.
and you
Huh?
get,
And
like,
whatever works. You
Yeah.
create a
Wh-
hole.
wh-
That's all
whatever-
you need.
whatever will
They
make
actually,
a hole
they actually
works.
make little fucking like tools
But
and everything that you can
you-
put on your keychain so you can do that.
Use
Yeah.
a spark plug. Who gives a shit?
Especially shot
Put it
out
on
of a
your
fucking
deck.
engine.
Wait till your lawnmower shoots it out. When it hits the beer can, it is drinking time.
you can use a flathead. But like keys and blades
you
are
mean-
usually the best.
Is
You
that-
mean a
you mean-
flat blade?
Yeah, flat blade.
A flat blade screwdriver?
Yeah.
I
Those
was gonna say,
assholes.
would that be part of the Beer Olympics?
You know what we haven't done yet, and I really want to try it. Is
Beer
like
Olympics.
when you put the beer on the basketball and drop it,
Yeah,
and then
that's
when
part
it
of Beer
shoots into
Olympics.
the air.
That's part of Beer Olympics.
We have to make beer Olympics.
We already had a podcast about it.
We should make beer Olympics.
Yeah, we talked about doing like an obstacle course
and everything, yeah. and motherfuckers diving off the damn board and everything over in the pool. So you catch a beer being launched at their ass from a potato gun.
I'm so down for that.
From a potato gun. I forgot
I am
about that.
so
part.
down
Thank
for
you
that.
for that detail. I forgot about that.
Stats over here, bro. Stats.
Can it be open? Can it be open so like when I catch it, I can immediately drink what's left?
If it's coming out of a potato gun, it can't be open.
Why?
Because it would dump out when it
Well, I
can't
mean-
come out upright. It would have to come out sideways.
It's still gonna come out. It's just gonna. It might shoot a waterfall of beer to you.
And then,
I don't know.
I mean, we're gonna have to wait for my brother.
I mean, like as soon as you went
Yeah.
to load it, though, the
we're gonna
beer
have to wait
would
for my
like, it'd
brother
be
to come back
halfway
to
empty.
town.
Yeah.
Just tilt the gun upwards.
Do we
And
need
then just-
teams, or is this an individual sport?
Boom.
I
thought
like.
one of you
I
said-
feel like individual sport, and then we all have scorecards.
Okay,
Your
well,
Olympics will be in the summer.
originally you said it was going to
Be a good way to end the
dualies,
summer.
So,
Well, that makes way more sense.
We
Yeah.
can get the 5-gallon beer pong going. Like
We got
I'm with my original thought. Evidently, stats over here is like, yeah, it's Dennis versus Dooley, and then we just get to fuck with them the whole time.
yeah.
You can't chug a beer.
Oh, yeah, because...
No.
I chug.
No.
I drink beer slow as fuck.
I mean,
Because
I can't chug as fast as them, but
Well-
I'm down to be in it.
Because the way you laid it out was we had to do the basketball thing, and then whenever you got to catch it, and then you got to chug it. Once you do that, then you got to come around here, and then you got to
See, look, I got an advantage. I'm good at sports. They're good at drinking beer. I can-
shot.
We could still be involved and
They
still
can
make
beat
this
me in chugging
interesting.
the beer, but I can beat them at the sport part.
Here's the interesting part. You remember how they had like the fake beer goggles
Yeah.
for Dare?
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet we could buy some of those online somewhere.
I'm
and
sure.
so we could definitely look. We'll just line 2 planks up across the pool, and you have to make it across the pool.
We gotta
Like
get
when I
good
say
ones,
planks,
though.
I
We
mean
gotta
like
get
it's like
good
a
ones.
4x4,
Okay.
like a 20-foot 4x4, and you have to make it across the pool, not lengthwise,
Yeah.
across the pool with the beer goggles on. Without you like you fall in, fine. You got to swim to the fucking side and start over again. Like
I think it's better if
It's like Wipeout
I think we should do slaloms and beer
or
goggles,
American Ninja
right,
Warrior.
look.
like
Here.
the dogs do.
Wait. All right, so we we get like snorkeling mask.
Okay.
Where it seals it.
Uh-huh.
We fill those with beer and then put them on their face down, and then they strap it on the back, and then you have to walk across while looking through beer.
That sounds like a horrible idea.
I know.
It sounds like you're underwater and you got to get out of a car.
Carbonated fucking your carbonated eyes.
I was thinking more the yeast.
Oh, here you go.
Oh,
Yeah, it's got to be good ones because like when I was in school, like, and I don't want to say this in a bad way, but like you put those goggles on, like you could see the dumb people that would like fuck everything up, and you would put them on, and you're like, bro, it's not
That
that
hard.
bad.
Here's the
Like,
thing, though.
I'm not seeing double vision.
We have
I'm
to
not
play
seeing
Mario
tunnel
Kart.
vision. Like I can move.
Here's the thing, though.
I know my right and my left. Like just because I'm blinded subtly
by the light,
I have a feeling
doesn't mean I can't do what you're telling me to
revved
do.
up like a deuce in the middle of the night.
after a few beers, which I'm sure we're going to have before this even starts, and in a rush, doing it slow is one thing. Now, if you're racing somebody,
Like
is your brain able to keep up?
Put your head on a baseball bat, get spun around 5 times, and then
Yeah,
fucking
like-
run as fast as you can.
I feel like
Is your head able to keep up with like? I know that like the glasses aren't that
I'm
hard, but that's doing
really
it slow
starting
too.
to
Like if
feel
you're racing
like
somebody,
we
is it
need
like
to
oh, fuck.
invite our
It's a
EMS
mental
friend
thing.
over
You got to tell
to
yourself.
make sure that everybody is okay. Like, full on, like bring your bag, EMS status in the backyard. Like this could go south.
Alcohol poisoning is a real thing.
I'm not worried about alcohol poisoning. I'm worried about somebody banging their head on a deck or pool
I'll bring
deck.
the suture
like to-
kit,
yeah.
bro. I'll bring the suture kit.
We'll just stitch you up right here.
I'll get the milk crates.
Stitches. Fuck, I mean, he's crazy.
I got Silvex, bro. The fucking it's
Gorilla
like
Glue.
aerogel, so it's like stops bleeding, and then you can like form the fucking cut, and you can put a bandage over it and fucking suture the person up.
You got some.
Yeah,
really
but
cool
like a
shit.
3-inch gash across your head might not.
I have a 3-inch gash across my head from a crowbar. Not that I did myself or anything,
How big is that?
but like
That's a good
there's ways to get it
2.5,
done
3 inches.
and like prepare them before you go to the hospital.
Am I the only
Like,
one here that doesn't
that
have
way
one?
it's not spewing blood everywhere.
That's why you have the EMS guy.
Maybe, right?
Or people that know or got the things.
Like you need an EMS guy.
Like,
Yeah, we bring the EMS guy.
It's-
I mean, he has a name, but I haven't locked that down yet, so I don't want to use his name.
Until confirmation
Yeah,
has come.
I'll text him later. And I'm like, hey, I got a
heard,
great
I
idea.
heard bring the EMS bag.
So I got
No,
an
EMS
idea.
guy. Got a guy for that.
Yeah, the big orange bag that they run into, like, you know,
Yeah.
buildings.
I know.
That's their go bag.
The 375 piece kit with
Oh.
fucking air respirators and breathers and all that shit. I was actually about to buy one like 2 years ago, and I procrastinated, and then I got a smaller one to go into my go bag.
So it fits in your mini?
Huh?
Sorry, I had to.
He said so it fits in the mini.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's in my go bag.
All right, so gonna spring into a topic. I hope.
Uh-oh.
I like how he looks at the phone and laughs.
Yeah, like
and then pauses. Like, I
Yeah,
hope we're gonna
like,
spring into this topic. What
well,
topic?
I should really delete these,
After we discussed them?
but then some of them are like repeats, and like my tablet's not working today for whatever reason, so I don't know where I'm at. Oh, look, there it went.
Hey, Dooley. Just try turning yours on.
That hurts.
Words hurt.
Been having trouble staying lit.
All right, so here's a fun one.
Just went up.
Alex, crack another beer. The last one. Oh, fuck me.
Alexa, set an alarm. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Starting now.
All right. I'm at an advantage because
there we
I've
go.
pre-planned this.
I pre-planned everything, so I'm always good at it.
No, this is going to be good for everybody. So you have to quote yourself.
Fuck, here we go.
All right, so here's this
Lily
is
Hill
a fun,
uses against
fun
you.
game. You have to quote yourself, but before you quote yourself, you have to quote something that everyone else says all the time. So
Have we
I
done this
don't,
before?
maybe like a long time ago.
I don't remember this.
But so Dooley's not here, so we'll. I'm
Dooley's
trying to
right.
figure out who goes first because, like,
Well, you're going to have to give an example because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Dooley, words hurt.
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
confused.
Dooley, words hurt. Like when, like he says things all the time. Like, I woke up 10 minutes ago. So, like, all right, so you would have to, like, say, Alex would have to say what Chase quotes all the time, or Dennis.
Oh, I got two of them.
Yeah, like, so I'm trying to think of Chase right now. Like, I got nothing, and like, and it's hard when you're on the spot.
Scooby-Doo and what you talking about? What?
Like, so
All right, I claim those two.
You give me your own.
well, no, you have to figure out like what someone else would say about you as well. Like, as if something you said, because I was like trying to think of myself, and I was like, shit, I don't know what I say all the time, but I'm pretty sure I say a lot of shit all the time.
I have
Over
an
and over.
idea.
See, Dennis is there. I have an idea, and Alex is always like, "No." No, I say I have a plan. Alex is like, "No,
No.
you have an idea."
I got nothing, buddy.
No, you know nothing. Like you, what does Dennis say all the fucking time?
Aside from stats, I got nothing. And that's not really like a quote. That's just a word.
Yeah, he's like, "How do I say this?" I would like. He says things a lot all the time. Like, and then he goes into like the middle of a story.
Tarantino style.
Like he'll start a story in the fucking middle. I'm like, yo, man, you got to give us background.
But that's not a quote.
But he says, "How do I say this?" Like probably like
yeah.
10 times a podcast. especially
how
when we. How was your week? And He's
Yeah.
like, well, how do I say this? So at the butcher shop, like,
Yeah.
bitch, you just say it. it's like his warm-up words. Like, all right, I'm about to talk. So how do I say this? Like, that's Dennis. Like, you got
Nowadays.
nothing.
I got nothing.
Back in the Finn's days, that was fucking damn. That was straight up. Everybody knows those were one saying I'd say all the fucking time. Because I believe it was Carly and Jennifer both. They fucking counted it at least.
Oh,
4 or
they
5
fucking physically
They
counted it.
Like the one time, Carly's like, "You said fucking damn" like 15 times.
No
tonight.
fucking damn.
I'm like, well, fucking damn.
All right, so now this is homework, and we'll reconvene next week.
I am at home. I spend more time here than I do anywhere else.
How do all right? So
Which is good for homework.
yeah, you would, of all people, we spend so much time together. You would have to know something that I say all the fucking time.
He's not really listening.
Well,
It's more of a, like-
the fucked up thing is I have nothing on Alex either. So
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, I hate to say it, but like we spend so much time together. You, like
tune each
at
other
some,
out.
it's not tuning each other out.
FFH, motherfucker.
Like yeah, that's there you go. There's one.
What's
But I mean,
what's the other one? Because you always say it in letters. Like, hold on, give me a second. Damn, I do have shit on Alex.
but again, that's like that's one. It's not like a full quote. I mean,
FFH.
one way or the other. Like, yeah, sure, you might say something all the time, but if you think that I
NMP.
remember that a week later, like I don't put that shit together. MMP, what?
Yeah, not my problem.
Oh,
Like, yeah, you
NMFP.
yeah,
Not my fucking problem.
Yeah, you say that a lot. Like, so
I haven't said
like,
that one in a while. Thank
it
you
has
for
been-
reminding me of that.
Well, the FFH thing started.
That yeah,
like,
yeah.
so, like so, it's like one has to take over the other, like in your multiple. So I do have shit on Alex.
Your generator's too loud. That's NMFP, man. You.
Yeah, right.
So, all right. So that's your homework. Chase, what do you got? You got anything on us, not
I've
yourself?
I've been thinking, and I
I don't even
really-
have anything on myself. Man.
Like, I can't put anything together at the moment. Like you said, this is gonna have to be homework now. Like,
Now you're gonna see. We have an advantage because the three of us are around each other on a regular basis.
right?
Yeah.
Like we all know what Dooley says. Dooley says shit all the fucking time. Like fries in 2 minutes.
You want to know what Here's what I remember about you talking, or you speaking, or let's face it, you singing over the past. I remember the shit that we sang this past week because it's stuck in my head. What you said, no fucking idea. Like, I could not tell you shit that you said, but I can tell you we sang some good songs.
He's like, I'm hearing you, but I am
I'm
not
not,
listening.
Okay. Actually,
It's a retention of like 10 minutes. That ticket's gone. What the
Actually-
fuck did he say? I don't know.
and
Like,
it's not like a per se quote, but now that you just mentioned that up, money.
oh, well, yeah. Like when I toss shit down the line.
Yeah. That's one, I guess, but it's more
Like, I
or
need
less like a
cheese.
statement.
Money.
Like I'm more or less like hands or like acknowledgement or like left side or right side. You're always money.
Yeah. It's flying. What's flying through the air? Money.
Oh, dude, it wasn't this week. I think it was last week. Like, Alex threw me some fucking cheese, and like it went behind Chase's head by like 1 inch. Like, and we both like looked at each other like that shit was close as fuck.
See, he was like getting bagged.
Yeah.
Let me
And he,
guess,
like,
I had
stood
no
up.
idea.
Like
I had no idea.
nothing.
You moved as like it was in the air, and it was like you were about to catch cheese to the side of the fucking head. Like we always like joke about it, like going out the back door.
Mm-hmm.
Like that one day Jason doesn't get it, it's going out the fucking back door. Like, and it's, all right, I need another cheese. That one's gone. That one's gone. That one doesn't exist anymore. Like, all right. So hopefully next Monday, Dennis, you got some homework.
IPA.
Definitely smells like one.
Yeah.
5.8.
It smells like an IPA, but you know what's pleasant? It doesn't smell like cat does.
28 IBUs. I'm gonna give it
Oh man.
Ooh, I'll finish it before I give it a rating.
It doesn't linger. It's dry. It doesn't linger.
I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4.
It's
IPA.
Probably wrong.
yeah,
5%.
Swear I've had this.
5%. 25 IBUs. I'll give it 3.5.
You know what's funny? You're asking me about quotes. I won't remember what we said during this round.
Right.
All right. Like,
so.
It is kind of funny, ain't it?
I'm gonna go a 6.2% IBUs. I think I'm just gonna go 30. And obviously, we all believe it's an IPA, but I'm gonna give it. I give it a 4. Like solid 4s across the board for Three Notch'd. I'm sure they want better scores than 4, but 4 is pretty high for this table. So
I gave it 3.5. So let's just say
that's pretty
something.
high for
Yeah, I
you
was gonna say,
on any
like,
IPA.
Da-da-da-da. This is Ghost of the James American Pale Ale. It's 5.1%. Seems to be a theme here. 35.
8 IBUs.
35 IBUs. So that one did change. And let's see if we do not get a story.
No story.
Nope.
They call it Ghost of the James and no one gives us a story.
Right?
hold on.
Yeah.
There you go.
With an ambush of dry hops, this crisp... it didn't start with the
Not
best
the-
things.
yeah.
With an ambush of dry hops, this crisp, refreshing summertime beer goes down smooth with a soft, rounded-out blend of hops backed with a slight caramel sweetness.
That's Ghost of the 43rd.
Ooh, yep.
And not Ghost of the
Not
James.
Ghost of the James.
Goes.
I was looking at it. I was like, that's a gray can, not a blue can.
So we're not going to get a good story out of this one?
There you go.
Maybe a better story.
There you go.
The Ghost of the James pays homage to the countless vessels and the watermen that once... I like how they called them watermen instead of seamen. That once called Virginia James's River home. Remnants of the nautical history still exist today just outside Norfolk and are known as the James River Ghost Fleet. With an anchor of dry hops, this crisp, refreshing summertime beer goes down smooth... All right, I feel like I just read this part. Goes down smooth with a soft, rounded-out blend of hops, backed with a slight... I definitely just read this part, with a slight caramel sweetness. What sets this beer apart from other pale ale is the highly aggressive dry hopping method using all 4 hops, which gives the beer an exploding bouquet of fresh hop aroma and flavor without all the bitterness.
Why does it say style IPA?
Because it's a pale ale.
What's this?
But it's an APA.
I know.
I don't... All right, so that kind of gets into, like...
Region?
Is APA...
Region of the hops?
All right, is hazy IPA its own style? Because hazy,
So
juicy,
it's
blah,
an-
blah, blah, like...
It's an American-made Indian Pale Ale.
Essentially, yeah. And so I don't...
So
It's an APA. It's an APA.
So are hazies, New England IPAs.
Like, technically, any
like,
IPA made in America would be an APA, right?
Right.
But, I
Yeah.
mean, at some point, I'm sure it's going to get its own distinction, because I'm sure there's some
I've
characteristic...
just-
like,
I've
maybe it's all
honestly-
American hops?
I've honestly never seen a can with APA and it's saying American
Oh,
Pale Ale.
I've definitely seen that before,
Well,
but...
y'all
like-
have gone out to way more places than I have.
You knocked over the
And-
Tower of Trivia.
Tried a lot more beers than I have too, but I've just honestly never seen an APA before. So
This
kinda,
is
like,
one
caught
of the
my eye.
few that I've seen. I've maybe
And
one other.
When I was saying
Oh,
like
I've
I've
had
had
more.
this, definitely have not had this. It just tastes similar to something that I've had
I mean, it's
that I like and enjoy a lot.
So what do you got after your quote topic? Because that went...
I give this shit a
short.
5.
That was gonna be
Oh, that was supposed to be the good one?
yeah. well, now you got homework.
Rebel, yeah! There's no quote.
It's definitely
See, I'm better
not
than
Rebel Yo.
I'm better than Dooley, though. All right, the music already turned up, so haha.
I know it's not Rebel Yo, but thank you guys for listening to us here on Team Fat Kid Choose the Fat. You can find us on Facebook at,
Team Fat Kid.
on Instagram at,
Team Fat Kid Nation.
on YouTube at,
Team Fat Kid,
and on Twitter.
At Team Fat Kid 1.
You can find the food truck on Facebook,
Team Fat Kid Food Truck.
Instagram,
Team Fat Kid Food Truck.
and on Twitter.
At Fat_Truck.
Don't
And
forget you can
fuck.
find us online for all of your knife and apparel needs at www.teamfatkidnation.com.
You can always contact the food truck at.
757-427-1586.
Remember,
Stay hungry. Be creative.
And don't forget to sharpen your knives.
Praise the Lord!
Peace, love, and bacon grease. We
Here's
out
another
this
quote.
week.
Does that count? Is that homework?
You cannot turn in your homework early.